What it is, YouTube. What's happening, family? What's happening? What they do? Uh y'all gonna wanna stay tuned for this here. Y'all gonna wanna pull out some popcorn, or pull out a chair, grab your favorite soda pop or your sodas, grab you a cup of, some of that hen dog. Some of that, whatever y'all rock, whatever y'all sip on, you know what I mean? Some Bel Air, some champagne, Nouveau, whatever it is y'all sipping on. Y'all wanna, come and kick it with your boy, come vibe with your boy, cause y'all gonna love this here. This right here, y'all gonna love. This is public announcement part 4. Public announcement part 4. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Go ahead, drop some comments. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, show me some love, man. Y'all also let me know what I'm doing wrong. But yeah, y'all gonna like this topic here, what I'm getting ready to talk about. So before I even get into the topic, I gotta set the mood right. I got some incense, I had lit up some incense, set the mood right. You feel me? Yeah. So today was a decent day for me. You can say I had me a steak dinner. Yeah, I had me a steak dinner. It was right. Talking about it was right. So y'all can see this. Apple juice. Martelli's. Think I'm saying it right? Martelli's. The thing came fresh out the freezer. Y'all can see it. Y'all see it, it's dripping. You know what I'm talking about? That ain't cold. This thing right here, yeah. I'm talking about this thing tastes good. Yeah, this back in the day, this how like we used to get like if it was glass or something, you had to hit the bottom to get the cap gotta pop as it rise to the top. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, boy. Yeah. Dang, make you want to slap the person who made this. Damn, boy, look. Dang, serious. Good old apple juice. But anyways, so I had me a good steak dinner, right? So I ain't gonna cap. I had to get my steak game up a little bit. So I went and caught me I went to Walmart, aka Wally World. Had to go, buy me a cast iron pan, you know what I'm talking about? So I've been following two of my big homies for quite some time now. Cooking Grilling with AB. Had to get, had to shout my man out, Cooking Grilling with AB. And also, It's So Good, Miriam. Hey, she be hype on that video, man. It's like every video she do, man, she just be that, boy, she be dancing, she be getting it, but I just like the vibe, man. She be giving when she be doing her videos, man. Of course, Cooking Grill with AB, he be doing his thing, man. He be cooling when he, out there, he just be moving all smooth and everything. When he be, making his bills and show you how to like what he getting ready to do. I just like his whole vibe, man. But yeah, they got me right. So I've been following them for quite some time. Shout out to them. You got a couple of people that's on YouTube doing anything, cooking and everything. Shout out to my boy Chef Rose 305. He from the crib. Yeah, shout out to my boy, my frat brother. JP. Now he out there doing this thing, man. He up there chefing it up. Y'all go ahead and follow my fat brother, Chef Rose 305. He's on Facebook, he's on Instagram. I don't know if he's on Twitter. But if he is, y'all look him up, see if he's on Twitter or not. But yeah, But y'all remember when I say, I like to, play a little music. You feel me? So I was you know, listening to some, some throwbacks, and I came upon, you know, the main man, R. Kelly. You feel me? Look, I don't care what anybody say, man, cause it's like like before all that stuff went down with R. Kelly, now everybody just basically just got something to say about R. Kelly. They just hate R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? He's like the worst person on earth. This, that, and the third, man. Look, man. I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. Before all that stuff went down with R. Kelly, your grandma, your grandfather, your mother, your father, your aunties, your uncles, your brothers, your sisters, even the pastors and the deacons, they was up there bumping to his music. I'm talking about jamming hard. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, man, I'm pretty sure that's how some of y'all was made. By the R. Kelly song, you feel me? Half of his songs, man. I mean, he done put smiles on people's faces, made people like, dance, get up, set the mood right, man. So like, cut the man some slack a little bit, you know what I mean? But yeah. So you can go ahead and play, on his tracks though, like. Fucking kill, boy. Y'all. Yeah. Lay back, relax. There's something in your eyes, babe. It's telling me you want me, babe. Tonight is your night. See, you don't have to ask for nothing. Give you everything you need. So girl, don't be shy. Oh, just come inside. Oh, turn down the lights. There's something that I want from you right now. Give me that honey love. Yeah. So y'all can't tell me, man. Like, the music's in here. I'm pretty sure half of y'all got like his CDs or got his music on y'all phone. I know y'all remember like the MP3 and the MP4 that came out. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Y'all was so quick especially when LimeWire came out, y'all was downloading, you know what I'm saying? All right, Kelly, boy, look here. Come on to get right so you can go burn the CDs. You sell them things like for $1, $2 a pop. Yeah, boy. Come on, man. Hey, man, don't do R. Kelly like that, nah, man. Come on, now. But yeah, man. So, my topic today is, man, y'all gonna like this, man. Man, y'all gonna like this, man. If you find out the kid ain't yours, the baby or the teenager, now that person is all, grown now. You find out it's not yours. What you gonna do? What would you do? Right? So, what I'm saying is, all right, you got women, right, who's purposely going around doing this. That's sleeping with, men left or right, and they just putting it on, putting the child, on a certain guy who they feel that fit. I'm guessing the agenda that they have or the description of what they looking for in the man. So they go ahead and put, the baby or the child on that person, right? Knowing who the real daddy or the real father daddy is, but they want to go ahead and pin it on this dude over here. And you got the ones who honestly don't know, who, you know, it's not their fault. You understand me? And who's willing to, you know, find out who the father is, the daddy is of the child, the baby, you know. And you got some that's just basically out there for a check. Y'all know who y'all is. They just out there for a check. Cause they feel like, you know, they're nobody. You know, they mothers ain't nobody. They grandmother ain't nobody. You know, they just come from a line of nobodies. So they just out there for the check, living off the government. You know, getting that child support money, getting that housing, you know, getting food stamps. And the crazy thing about it, they getting all these benefits and they don't have nothing to show for it. They in the club with, I guess, a $25 weed on, thinking that they cute. They nails ain't done or half did, and, you know, smelling like fried chicken and pickle eggs, hot grease and grits. You know, wearing their homegirl clothes, or, you know, wearing the clothes that they had in the closet about like 5 years, still holding on to it. Or what about the women that's purposely doing this, whoring stuff, right? So if they had about like 5 kids or 10 kids, let's say 10 kids, because some of them out there, they doing it, no cap. They out there had about like 10 kids, right? And I'm guessing the third kid they had, whatever, the first kid, they passed that stuff down to all the kids that they, you know, all 10 kids. You know, it could be the stroller, the car seat. I'm like, and I see this. You know, especially like, you know, coming from, you know, like, you know, where I'm from and everything, you feel me? In the hood, man, like, it's sad to say, man, this stuff really goes on, man, you know, that's no cap, you know, and they have the audacity, you know what I'm saying, to be act like, oh, they number 2 don't stink, bro, like you feel me? And like roses smell like boo-boo. Just to let you know, after a period of time, it starts smelling like boo-boo. You feel me? So, yeah. So, my whole thing is, you find out the child is not yours. What are you going to do? What would you do? Like, you know, I done had a couple of talks with a couple of fellas. You know, some people say, man, look, man, I take off on them. You know what I mean? I don't say I'll murder, but boy, look. You know what I mean? Like, some say, man, I don't know what I'll do. You know what I mean? And some be like, man, look, man, I'm even though that child ain't mine, man, I'm gonna take care of that child like it was mine. Man, yeah. But you got the other ones like, man, I ain't doing that. If it ain't mine, the mother need to find who the daddy is, who the father is. She need to, cause look, she purposely put me on child support, knowing that this badass kid ain't mine. Oh hell no! I'm going to work. They damn near trying to suspend my license. They damn near, you know what I'm saying, like taking money by my check. And this badass kid ain't mine. And you up in the club, you know, trying to look for another one to do this to. Or you just up in the club, you just having a good old time. You know what, I'm out here, and look, what you think this is? Hey, man, my mother told me, what goes around comes around, right? She said, if somebody do you wrong, do something bad to you, don't feed fire with fire. Just stand still. Stand still, don't move. Watch how things work in your favor. Just stand still, don't do nothing to them. And it's kind of hard to stand there and be like, my mama told me that, man. And I was like, what? Like, when you young, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a little older now, you feel me? So, that saying, it really makes sense. You're not going to understand this, when you're young. But when you start to get older and you set yourself around people who are older and who's wiser, who done been through certain things in life that can, drop some jewels on you. What I mean by jewels for y'all youngins, I mean some education, some wisdom, some knowledge. Y'all need to take heed, man. Y'all need to listen, open up your ears. Sometimes pump your brakes. Sometimes relax. You doing too much. You showing off. You better do this, better do that without thinking. You know what I'm saying? And then we all done fell into that trap when we was younger. So when we done got older, I'm like, man, so that was so when they was talking, when such and such was talking, saying this, saying that, this what they was talking about. It ain't gonna make sense to you then. But later on, 10 years from now, you're gonna be like, man, I wish I would listen. Oh man, this is what they was talking about. Man. And some of us do it. Some of us take it. Some of us don't take it in, and we learn the hard way. You feel me? So my mama always say, man, if somebody do you wrong, do not react. Do not retaliate. It's gonna be hard for you to not retaliate, cause you gonna want to. Cause that's, especially if you a man, it's in your blood, man. Especially if it's, man, look, man, you gonna wanna, clap somebody, man. I'm talking about, man, you gonna wanna, man, boy, look here, wow, man, where the stick at, man? Like, go get the stick, man. We gonna just shake something right now, man. That's just part about being a man. You gonna wanna snap. Especially coming from the hood. Especially coming from where I come from, 305, Dade County, man. You know what I'm saying? Look, man, North Miami, you know what I'm saying? Little Eddie, you feel what I'm talking about? Like, gonna wanna smack somebody, man. You feel me? But it's gonna be hard for you to not to retaliate as a man. But when you got somebody who's, teaching you, telling you, man, sometimes it's kind of hard for y'all to understand. Well, some of y'all, you understand, like, yeah, it's all good with what you're saying now, but like, man, I ain't trying to hear that, man. But then again, when you get jammed up and when you get like, in the situation, like, you're gonna be like, you wish you would basically understood what I was saying. But what I'm saying to you is, it's kind of hard for you not to retaliate. My mother always say, man, look, let them, cause they gonna, what they did to you today, it's gonna be 50 times more worse for them later. Right now, you're going through like a little storm, a little hurricane. Feel me? Sometimes, man, that hurricane feel like, boy, that thing be lasting, boy, like, boy, look, for years, boy. Yeah, right? But mother said, don't worry. Wait your turn. And when it comes back, just remember, everything comes back 360. It's going to come back right back around. Because how does a world move? It should just go around. So everything got to come back around. And when they come back around, just wait. You're going to hear about it. Either you're going to see about it, you're going to hear about it. Trust and believe, man. Trust and believe, man. They gonna wish they never did that to you, never did you wrong, or any type of you know, wrongdoing. You know, if you ain't never did nothing nobody, you know, wish bad on nobody, you know, this you was always the one that, you know, you chilling. You know, you be vibing, you know what I mean? You keep out of people's face, man. You keep out of drama, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, people feel like they just want to target you. Oh, they got something to prove about themselves. Not just you. They just want to go, you know, prance on, you know, you know, the one who's quiet, the one who ain't in that circle, who's not about all that rah rah showing off stuff. You know, they wanna go ahead target that person. You know, or they wanna act like they your friend. They with you. They down with you. You know what I'm saying? You my homie. You know what I'm saying? This, that, and third. But yeah, man, when they don't come up, you know, it's like they don't know you, but they feel like they want to do you wrong, you know. Now they done come up, you know, or, you know, because you can come up any type of way, you know, with this child support, you know, or doing somebody wrong, but it's for wrong reasons you doing it for. You feel me? You wish it bad on people just so you can elevate. And I don't understand people nowadays, man. You really gotta be like, you know what I'm saying? Boy, you gotta keep your head on the swivel. But one thing I learned, you gotta cut everybody off. Everybody out. Everybody gotta go. Everybody. And then when new people start to come up, you gotta be able to see the BS. You gotta be able to see the drama from afar. You gotta be willing to understand the lingo people speak, body language. You know, that kind of tells you that you gotta remove yourself from that, you know, off the lot, you know what I mean? For real. You gotta go. Cause here comes trouble. Sometimes when we young, we don't see that, you know what I'm talking about? You know, we do not see that when we young. When we get older, you know, we start to understand, we get wiser, you know. But yeah, so you really do got the ones who basically really sincere that basically don't know who the father is, and you got the real fathers that's not the actual father stepping up and taking the initiative and saying, you know what, even though that's not mine, I'm gonna still take care of, you know, the child like it was mine. And you know, that's 100% real. You know that I can, you know, honor that. You know what I'm talking about? Because you got a lot of stepdaddies out here that's doing their thing, man. Taking care of, you know, a lot of kids that's not basically theirs. You know, I'm talking about there's a lot of stepdads around the world. What I mean, that's taking care of their stepchild. That's, you know, that's not theirs. Like it was their own. And that's like much love, you know, and much, you know, much love, man, and much respect, you know what I mean? But yeah, what would you do if it's not yours? How would you react? How would you retaliate? You know what I mean? That you can't say, man, I'm finna off, or I'm finna, you know, well, cause you go do that. Now, the child is without a mother, and the child, first of all, child ain't got no father, cause she pinned it on you. Now, you find out it's not yours. Now, you want off. Now, you go to the courthouse, man. Y'all, you go handle what you gotta handle. Boom, 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 boom. Now, you off, right? So now, after you off, you go do that. You know what I'm saying? Now, like, the child ain't got no mother now. So now, the child's all lost. You might as well say, I'm gonna sign the child away to the system. You understand what I'm saying? So now this child is lost in the system now, mentally, you know what I'm saying, emotionally, you know, physically, is all jacked up. No father, no mother in the world, right? Now, the child is in the system, you know, and the child is lost, you know, society done got the child, You know, society. You know how society is now. You know, society to me, man, there's a lot of bullies, man, in this world. I remember growing up when we back in elementary, and we used to have this thing. It was I forgot the name. I know it was 5,000 role model, 500 role model, and then we have the dare. Dare not to use drugs and all that. And then we had it was some other club that we had anti-bullying. This stuff still goes on with the cyber with the social media and all that, especially social media. There's a lot of bullying on social media, and it's sad to say that some of us as adults don't even know that we're doing it. Don't know that we're doing it. Bullying still goes on to this day. Yeah, man, and it's sad to say, because I really want to touch upon something else, but I'm gonna save that for my next video, public announcement, part 5, talk about racism, how that's still, it's still in effect to this day. But that's gonna save that for the next video. But the thing is, like, what would you do? Find out the child is not yours. How would you react? What would be your first reaction? So hey, I told my wife, I said, look, I can only imagine if a lot of men out there who find out, look, if the child wasn't theirs, and and they knew about like where their baby mamas be at, especially when it's Friday night, y'all know where they going. They going straight to the club. On the block. They going straight to the club Friday night with that child support money. Yeah. Don't let it be like, a little baby in time, like Trick performing. Ooh, the Boozy performing with Webby. Ooh. what? Chris Brown, but ooh, man, look, they about to go get dug. You feel me? They about to go, buy somebody clothes on, or they about to go hit the flea market, they about to go get right. With that child support money, knowing that the baby needs Pampers and wipes and formula or clothes. Sometimes these kids they be walking around here, smelling like Black and Mild cigarettes and grease and hair not done, and wearing each other clothes, the clothes not washed, dirty shoes, but they up in the club, they shaking it. Just buying drinks for the next dude. Or buying drinks for everybody, they homegirls, what I mean by everybody, they homegirls. It's just up in the club, who watching the kids? Is either the older brother or sister, or you got the grandma, they don't drop them off to grandma, or somebody in the neighborhood that watches kids, drop them off to them, or drop them off to, a friend house that ain't gonna make it, or some type of family member, or drop them off to the so-called baby daddy, or I got something to do. This your weekend to watch, the the kids today, or the child, which is, what I mean? It's just, boy, look here, man. And then again, like I say, you got the ones that's sincere, that's willing to compromise with you and go to court and figure this thing out. That's a real woman right there, who's sincerely sorry about the whole thing, that's willing to go to court, figure this thing out, and get this whole thing resolved. Get it about your face, so everybody can move on, about their life and live a good life, a healthy life at that. That thing bringing like a lot of, stress, man, to both sides, really. The kid too, yeah, so like you got the ones that who really sincere, really like willing to you know, work this thing out and try to figure it out. Like, you know, who's the daddy? Yeah, who's the daddy? You know, and shout out to the real ones, the ones who actually taking care, you know, the kids by themselves. They don't need, you know, they don't have to do that. As far as that, like, you know, sharking for, you know, somebody like a baller, you know, somebody that's sitting on 28s or 30s, you know, Foggiatos, Shanties, you know, can of paint, you know, every 3 months, every 6 months, you know I'm talking about, sitting in a vert, you know, in a box Chevy, or they got some like some type of foreign, that little slider, you know, they got a little bank, got that little money on them, got that money, boy, got that bread, boy, you feel me? But yeah, man, it's just, you know, sad to say, man. They out there, man. Y'all just gotta be careful how y'all move, man. Yeah, look, man. I like to tell y'all, you know, move dolo. Move dolo, man. Don't let nobody in your game room, because the moment you do, man, you're done. You know what I'm talking about? It could be family, especially the main ones are family. The ones who's close to you, the ones you grew up with, your brother, your sister, you know, whoever. You got uncles hating on you, aunties hating on you. You got, you know, it just family. You got cousins hating on you. You know, it's just, you know, chaos, man. It's the ones that's close to you that'll do you wrong. You got your stepmom that'll do you wrong. You got your stepdad that'll do you wrong. You got your mother that'll do you wrong. You got your father that'll do you wrong. You got your grandma that'll do you wrong. Your grandfather that'll do you wrong. You know what I'm saying? Aunties, uncles. Man, you don't know who do you wrong. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's sad to say that you rather trust a total stranger that you never, you know what I'm saying, you starting to build up, you know, relationship with, far as that y'all buddies, y'all homies, you know, that you can call your brother. It's sad to say that you can put your trust in a total stranger. You know, it's sad. That is sad, man. Cause once you don't cut them off, cut your family off, man, look, that's it. You know what I mean? That is it. You know what I mean? You're done. You're done. You're done. No, rude boy. You feel me? So yeah, man. So like, what would you do? How would you cope with it? How would you deal with it? You know, drop comments, like, subscribe. You know, if you're new to the channel, thank you. You know, before I go ahead and, you know, get off, you know, the channel, I like to go ahead, you know, jam a little bit more. You feel me? Because that's just what I like to do. Man, you know what I mean? Yeah, man. I like whole thing about R. Kelly and everything like that, man. You feel me? It's just, man, look, man. It's just, man. It's sad, man. It's sad. I get it with the whole R. Kelly. It's very sad, but. Good. Hey, that boy R. Kelly be riding, man. Man, look here, man. I don't care what any one of y'all say, man. That boy be riding, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, look, man. Hey, man. I don't know if he did it. I don't know if he did not do it, but I just like the man music, man. You feel me? I just like his music, man. You know what I mean? But y'all go ahead, man. Let me know what you think. What would you do in a situation like that? And yeah, stay tuned for public announcement part 5. Thank y'all. Peace.